Shane Lee just 5 races ago.
Our story begins in 2019 in North Carolina when Shane Lee thought his race car driver dreams were about to come true.
Are in their future in NASCAR.
A so-called whiz kid entrepreneur from Florida wanted to start up a racing team, and Lee would get to be its star driver.
Well, guys, thanks for all the hard work.
Everybody wants, I guess, that Cinderella story to happen that somebody can promise.
The whiz kid, a then 22-year-old Matt Hurley, a Fort Myers native who made headlines with his big dreams to transform the Atrium, an outdated South Fort Myers business complex.
This project is creating opportunity for people to create real products.
Those big dreams, all part of the bill of goods that sold Shane Lee and his family. They agreed to loan Hurley $1.5 million to start up a minor league NASCAR racing team.
We made it probably 5 or 6 races into it before stuff started showing up that, all right, bills weren't getting paid. Some of the race cars hadn't been paid for.
Do you think you'll ever see that money?
It's been almost a year now that we haven't heard a single word from him.
By the time Hurley was off to the races in North Carolina, he'd already made a few foes in Fort Myers.
Oh, his story to me was unbelievable right from the beginning.
Hurley kicked out longtime tenants of the Atrium building to create this, the H2 Innovation Center. Gloria Jordan sued him for canceling her lease.
Don't you think that's weird at 22 years old? Where did that money come from?
But Hurley's big plans never materialized.
That money never came from anywhere. I mean, it never showed up. That's why he lost the building.
Lost it when the building's owners took him to court over hundreds of thousands of dollars in unpaid rent. They won that suit, but Hurley still owes the money.
3, 2, 1, real straight, put on the brake.
By the time the Atrium deal went bust, Hurley had the pedal to the metal, talking Shane Lee's family into loaning him the money to start up the racing team.
To us, he pocketed what he had and left and went back to Florida.
And he's been busy here in Florida. Our years-long investigation uncovered a nexus of companies associated with Matt Hurley, all registered out of the same office in this Fort Myers office building. He's got his hands in everything from race cars to real estate development to data mining to political consulting.
But the fake news media want you to think that I don't exist.
That's where Hurley's fiancée Rachel Schaff comes into play. She comes up in a pending Federal Elections Commission complaint filed against a Southwest Florida congressional candidate. It claims the campaign laundered money through Schaff to Hurley. The campaign denied those allegations, but records show Schaff's company made nearly $80,000 off that job last year.
It was sort of weird to us. He was putting everything in his then or now girlfriend, fiance's name, which if he'd got all the money, why is she putting a lot of stuff in her name?
At least 3 Florida businesses tied to Hurley are registered to Schaff, and in July, she purchased this $500,000 waterfront property on Matt Lachey. All the while, her fiancé, Matt Hurley, still owes Gloria Jordan and Shane Lee's family money. Our investigation uncovered Hurley owes at least $2 million in civil judgments.
The only way we get the rest is you're going to have to rob Peter to pay Paul, it seems like.
And Hurley actually fired Shane Lee from the race team for, quote, poor performance. Hurley has made some partial payments on some of his judgments. He and Rachel Schaff never responded to my phone calls or emails, but his attorney sent a statement. It said in part, allegations of fraud or financial misrepresentation by Mr. Hurley or the H2 organization are baseless and likely politically motivated. Lauren Sweeney, Wink News Investigates.